Good morning, students. Today we will start our next topic in electrochemistry, that is batteries. Batteries I have explained you before about the Daniell cells and the galvanic cells. So some topics are left which I am going to tell you, and for 1 or 2 marks they are coming in the papers. Okay. So first of all I would like to tell you about the batteries. What are the batteries? Batteries are connected in series. Okay. Their uses for chemical energy is changed into an electrical energy with the help of the redox reaction. Redox reaction, the word redox may came from the reduction and the oxidation. Means a battery formation takes place when the chemical energy is changed into the electrical energy and it gives a light. Now, the batteries are connected in series. They are not connected in parallel. They are connected in series only. Now, there are two types of batteries. One is primary battery and second is secondary batteries. In a primary batteries, two things that takes place. One is a dry cell, second is a mercury cell. In a secondary batteries, also two things that takes place. One is lead storage battery and second is nickel cadmium battery. Fine. So, let's take about a primary battery. Primary batteries are not chargeable battery. Okay. It is used for a little bit time. Okay, they are not longer used. In this one, first of all a thing came, that is a dry cell. Now, in this one, when we are starting about a cells, mercury cell, dry cell, fuel cells, these things when I am going to start, in this one, three things are taking place. One is anode, cathode and electrolyte. So those things you have to learn. Okay, how it is made, how the formation takes place. Let's start here. It consists of a zinc container which acts as an anode. Now beta see here, anode, on the anode side the zinc contain. Okay. The cathode is a carbon graphite rod surrounded by the mixture of powdered manganese dioxide and carbon. Cathode formation takes place on a carbon rod. And the space between the electrolyte is filled in moist paste of ammonium chloride and zinc chloride. Means inside of this the paste formation takes place. The paste formation formed by the two things, one is ammonium chloride and second is zinc chloride. Okay. Now the reaction formation takes place with anode and with cathode. I am going to explain you. So let's take about an anode. The formation of anode, how it's taking place. In an anode side, it is the formation takes place with the zinc. So zinc gives the 2 electrons. Okay, 2 electrons it is given. At cathode, cathode formation takes place with manganese dioxide. Okay, and ammonia NH4 we have taken, ammonium chloride. Ammonia only we have taken, not ammonium chloride here, only ammonia. And we are taking the electrons. Here we are giving the electrons, here we are taking the electrons. So the formation takes place, that is said to be as manganese oxide with a hydrogen oxide and ammonia will takes place. Fine. In this reaction, cathode manganese is reduced from the +4 oxidation state to the +3 state. Now, from this one side, again I am telling to you that we are taking the electrons from here and we are giving, and here ammonia formation takes place. So here +4 oxidation part takes place on this one side, +3 oxidation statement takes place. Fine. So this is the formation of the cathode and the anode. How they are using, in what form they are using? They are using in transistors and in clocks. Okay. Now second we start the mercury cell. In a mercury cell also three things are taking place, anode, cathode and the electrolyte. So it consists of zinc mercury amalgam as anode. On a anode side, zinc mercury is used, zinc Zn and mercury Hg is used, and cathode is a paste of mercuric oxide. Cathode formation takes place with the HgO, that is a mercuric oxide. and carbon powder. Here we are using one more thing, carbon powder. Electrolyte, which is a mixture of KOH and ZNO, means is potassium hydroxide and zinc oxide. Fine. So the reducing agent is zinc here and the oxidizing agent is mercury oxide. This is very important thing. Please learn it this thing. So the reducing agent is zinc here and the oxidizing agent is mercury here. How? Let's use a reaction. When the zinc and mercury, here we are using zinc and mercury, when react with hydroxide, it forms zinc oxide water molecules plus it gives us 2 electrons. Fine. Now in cathode, how the formation takes place? On a cathode sides we are using as mercuric oxide and the carbon powder. Mercuric oxide we have taken and react with the water and takes the 2 electrons. So when the formation takes place, it forms a mercury and it gives a 2 hydrogen oxide it gives. So what is the overall reaction now? The overall reaction formation, how it takes place. Okay, like here zinc is written, we are writing here zinc. Hg is, these two things are the main, we are writing. For this one they are cancelled by each other. That's why we are not writing, because they are cancelled by we are cancelling it by together. That's why we are not writing. Here also ZNO and Hg we are writing, and these things we are cancelling because here we are giving the 2 electrons, here we are taking the two electrons, and electrons are cutted. Okay. Now next about in this one where they are using in the hearing aids and the watches. Let's talk about the secondary batteries. Secondary batteries are those batteries which we can recharge again, like as an inverter battery which we can recharge again. Okay, so first let's take about a lead storage battery. In a lead storage battery, it consists of lead anode, okay, and a grid of lead packed with lead dioxide as cathode. Lead is used as anode and lead dioxide is used as cathode. 38% is used as sulfuric acid as a electrolyte. You can see it here, the diagram. Cathode, anode and sulfuric acid is used as a electrolyte. Here anode, what the things takes place, here we takes place as a anode. On a cathode side, what the thing takes place, it takes place as lead dioxide. Okay, what it is a lead dioxide. So what the reaction formation takes place of the anode, it formation takes place at Pv plus SO4. It give PvSO4 plus 2 electron. These 2 electrons will come on this side. Fine. Now let's take about the cathode. PvO2, this one cathode one, PvO2, which we are using to make it the anode and the cathode, that substance we are using. Okay, PvO2 plus SO4 sulfuric acid we are using here with 4 hydrogen atoms and 2 electrons. So what the thing formation takes place, it forms PvSO4 plus 2 water molecules. So the overall reaction, as before I have said to you, that we can cut it the water molecules. So here the reaction formation takes place. You can see here it is written Pv and here it is written PvO2. Pv plus PvO2. Fine. Next is 2H2SO4. 2H2SO4. From here we are taking 4H is here. So we are using this 4. We are putting here 2 on one side and 2 on one side. That we have make it as 2H2SO4. Okay. H2SO4 we are making a sulfuric acid here. Okay. So the formation takes place here on this one side. It form PvSO4 plus water molecules. Okay. Next, it is used in automobiles and power batteries, inverters. Okay. Next is a nickel cadmium battery. Nickel cadmium battery consists cadmium. Cadmium is used as an anode containing NiO2, nickel dioxide as cathode. Okay. KOS solution is used as an electrolyte. 3 things may take place. Cadmium is used as anode. Okay. NiO2, nickel dioxide used as cathode. Potassium dioxide is used as an electrolyte. So the overall reaction is taking place as Cd plus NiOH3. Okay, this is 3. Okay, try. And its formation takes place as CDO with 2 NiOH2, means 2 atoms of hydroxide with water molecules. Fine, understood till here? Again I am speaking. CD, cadmium is here. Cadmium is react with NiO2. NiO2 we are using here, but they are taking more amount of oxygen and hydrogen. That's why they have taken a 3 atoms of hydrogen and the oxygen. And when the reaction takes place, it forms CDO plus 2 NiOH2 with water molecules. Okay, they are having a longer life. Fine, and they are expensive to manufacture. Okay, now next is our fuel cell. In a fuel cell, as before I have this one lecture I have given before also, but I am going to explain once more. In this one we are using here a galvanic cell in which a chemical energy is changed into the electrical energy. Fine. Okay, in this one what will happen, fuel cells are designed to convert the energy of combustion of fuels. Now, which type of combustion of fuels are burning, like hydrogen, methane, methanol, etc. Okay, this we have studied in the 10th also. Here directly into electrical energy are highly efficient. Highly efficient at 70% with 40% which we are using it to make our power plants. Fine. Now in this one, if the reaction formation takes place, how the reaction formation takes place for this one? At cathode, the oxygen is react with the water with four electrons. It form a 4 hydroxide, 4 atoms of hydroxide. At anode, it form 2 hydrogen atoms with 4 hydroxide. It gives 4 atoms of water plus 4 electrons. So the overall reaction you can see here, 2H2, O2. This one we are cancelling. Okay, it form here a 2H2 and let those things are left that will cancel to each other. So at last I would like to say fuel cells are pollution free, produce electricity with the efficient amount of 70% and never becomes a dead. Okay, why they never becomes a dead? Because due to continuous supply of fuel, that's why they never be a dead. Now all the students understood about these reactions. Okay, next we are using a last part, that is a cohesion. Okay, in this one a small topics arises. Cohesion, galvanic cells, cohesion is there, galvanization is there, how the rusting may takes place. This type of question will come from this one. Okay, so in this one what I'm going to tell you that if we are putting a one metal outside, and that metal, air is also, water is also be going there. Okay, when the raining is there, water, sunlight will also will. So what we are saying, after a 3 or 4 month, that metal will break by itself only. Softly it become a soft. Okay, and it can break by itself only. So that what the things we can say, that thing we can say that rusting takes place, or we can say that was a corrosion. Okay, and corrosion always may takes place in a iron with the help of the oxygen and atmospheric air. Okay, here what the things are taking place at, and here also they are using a anode and the cathode. So in a anode they are using iron. React iron gives 2 electrons here with 4 electrons. It takes the 4 electrons. Okay, at the cathode side, oxygen is react with 4 hydrogen plus 4 electrons. It gives a 4 electrons. So the formation takes place. The formation takes place is 2 atoms of water. Okay, these are the voltage 1.23 and 0.44. These are the voltage. So what is the overall reaction will come here? Let's see here. 2Fe is come on this one side, O2 is come on this one side, and 4H is come on this one side. Fine. And at this one's right hand side, what the things are coming, 2Fe2 plus and 2 water molecules will come here. So at last we are seeing in the 10th standard also, I am saying this thing only. We have studied the formula of this rusting and the cohesion, that is Fe2O3.XH2O. X is coming where we can put 1 2 3 4, means how many atoms of water takes place, that we can say this is XH2O. Okay, hydrated ferric oxide, okay, is produced. Okay, so this you can write down in your copies, and that is your homework. And rest next chapter I will start. Thank you students, and have a nice day.